Here we are. It's confirmation time. PJ in my office before confirmation starts. People can grow your faith. That's the bottom line. Put that right there. So here we are. Week 2 of connecting the dots. We've been talking about how we can connect the dots when it comes to our faith so that we can develop a deeper, stronger relationship with God. Because God wants you to grow your faith. So why not figure out how we can connect these dots together? I want to ask you a question. When was the last time that you made a new friend? Maybe it was when you started school this year, or maybe being part of a team, or joined your small group here at church. Maybe it was even this week. Many folks, they get super excited when they make a new friend. Meeting that new person usually means a lot of other things are coming your way too, like new interests that they can share with you, new inside jokes that you will have, new music that you will discover together. New friends just have a way of influencing a lot of things of our lives, don't they? So we're going to try an exercise. I'm going to have you turn to someone and tell someone sitting next to you something you love or now are into because of a friend. This is how it will work. Turn to them and say, lately, I am super into blank. Insert hobby or interest because of my friend blank. Insert the name of your friend. Live, we're going to do it in the room. Here online, drop it in the comments or send me an email. So in a moment, I'm going to share a photo with you. All cameras must stay in your pocket. No taking photos of the photo. In the fall of 1990, I went off to college and somehow the dorm floor that I lived on had all the misfits. These groups of guys introduced me to cliff diving. No pics of the diving, but here is a picture of our ragamuffin group. When I met them, I had no idea how much they changed my life one day. In fact, people can actually play a very important role in growing our faith. Think about it. Whenever we hear about someone's journey toward growing their faith, we usually hear them talking about a relationship. And I don't mean just the relationship with God, I mean the relationship with other people. Maybe that's been true for you too. If you consider yourselves a follower of Jesus, maybe you say it was a parent, or a grandparent, or a sibling, or a teacher who told you about Jesus for the first time. Maybe you had a friend who invited you to church. Maybe you have a small group leader who has really helped you figure out what you believe. Or maybe someone you don't even really know that well has influenced your faith. The powers of social media and influencers, right? Maybe their story helped you connect some of the dots in their own faith. And even if you're not sure what you believe yet, I bet you can name one person in your life who seems to care a lot about their own faith. Maybe there's something about the way they treat other people, the way that they act, the way that they say things that seems different to you. There's something about the way they live that makes you wonder why they are the way they are, or even if you could be a little more like them too. No matter what that looks like for you, the chances are good that you're sitting here right now in this room because of at least one other person in your life. Someone who has encouraged you to make a difference in your life. If that's true for you, here's what I want you to know about that. It's how God planned it. God designed human beings to be in relationships with other people, in families, in friendships, on teams, and small groups. God made us to live, grow, and develop our faith alongside each other, to influence each other's lives and faith in a positive way. If God wants our faith to grow and other people are supposed to play a part in it, how do we connect the dots between the two? This is actually a really great thing to stop and think about as a middle schooler, because whether you realize it or not, you have a choice about who you let influence your life. And just like the right people can move your faith in a positive direction, the wrong people can move your faith in a negative direction. In other words, the relationship in your life are powerful. And if God made relationships as something that can grow our faith, we want to be careful about the ones that are influencing what we believe. So today, we're going to take a look at some wisdom from a man named Solomon. Why do we care about what he says all about this? Well, for a couple reasons. Solomon was a king, which is pretty cool if you ask me. And he also was known to be the wisest man who lived at the time. Thousands of years ago, when he lived and ruled, Solomon was known for giving really, really good advice. Solid advice. A lot of it was recorded in the Bible. And that's actually where we're going to find some of his advice on relationships today. So let's take a look. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of the fools suffers harm. Pretty simple, right? Solomon basically said that we all have a choice. We can be the kind of person who hangs with the wise, or we can be the kind of the person who spends the time with the fools. Now, these words are important here. A wise person isn't someone who is super smart or knows all of these random facts. A wise person is someone who makes good, healthy decisions. And a fool? Well, that's just the opposite. There's someone who doesn't always use good judgment and makes decisions that aren't so great. And well, we get to choose which one we want to spend our time with and which one we want to be. And honestly, I want to be wise. And I think most of you probably do too. So what do we do to become wise? Well, as Solomon put it, we have to walk with the wise. We have to spend time with the people who are making good, healthy choices. The kind of people who will influence and encourage us to do the same. We have to spend time with the kind of people who will make us better. Because if we don't, well then, we risk letting ourselves and our lives be influenced by the fools. The whole thing meant so much to Solomon that he actually put it another way later on in Proverbs. And here's what he said. As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. Solomon was painting a picture that back then would have made a lot of sense. There were people in his culture who spent a lot of time working with metals, like iron. And often they would use iron against iron to sharpen it, to form it into what they were making it to be. Solomon told us metal sharpens metal, or iron sharpens iron. The same is true with relationships. In the same way, a wise person in your life can help you grow into a person you were made to be. The right person can encourage you, influence you, support you, and challenge you as you grow in your faith. See, if we want to connect the dots to help us grow our relationship with God, then we need the help of people around us. People can grow your faith, and God created us to be in relationship with other people. The guys that I met at KCC really challenged me while I was there. They were there to encourage me and help me grow in my faith. Many may think that they looked like a fool, but they were wise beyond their years. When I look back, I see how God used that person in my life to grow my faith, because people can grow your faith. That has certainly been the case in my life, and I think that it can be yours too. So because God uses people to help grow our faith, who we spend our time with matters that much more. Our goal should be to surround ourselves with wise people, the kind of people who will sharpen us, just like the way Solomon said. Now you may be thinking, okay, I get that, but what do I do here? How can I make sure that the right people are actually influencing my life the right way? Well, I think that you can start by doing these 3 things. 1, identify the people you're already spending time with. Think about if these people are encouraging you to be wise, or if they're influencing you to be foolish. 2, let the people who know you help you grow. Think about the people you know who are wise. And 3, take a step toward a relationship. Whoever that person is in your life this week, take 1 step towards building a closer relationship with them. That wise person. Remember, people can grow your faith because we all need a little encouragement to connect the dots and grow deeper in our relationship with God. We need people who will offer wisdom, support, and encouragement. Now, as you head off to small group, think about this question. Who is one person who influences your life in a positive way? Here ends our story time. Have a good week.